All right, guys. Good morning. Melissa here. Thanks for joining me. I woke up with kind of still damp hair. And the way I slept last night, it just, yeah, it got really wavy because my hair is naturally pretty straight. Um, so what's going on? So I am headed over to work. The girl who interviewed me was like, I like you. I'm like, thank you so much. And she's like, come on in Saturday. And she reminds me of an old friend I used to have. Uh, so, anyways, good connection and everything. So, I am headed over to work to start training, and I'm excited. So, new turn in my life, moving, getting excited to move, lots of things going on. Um, what's important to me? What's important to me? I had one of my friends on Facebook say something like, your money doesn't impress me. Your stuff doesn't impress me. Who you are impresses me, right? Very true. What do you do? What do you do? Don't tell me what you say. Show me what you do, right? Actions speak louder than words. So I had lost work recently, as I told you guys, like, what, 5 days ago? Back on my feet already. But that was on them. I've had awful companies over here, nothing like New Hampshire. So, so I was talking to somebody last night at a church and said, "Hey, I could use a hand with this." And this is a church that I have been plugged into. This is a ladies' Bible study, right? And I'm like, "Hey, I could use some help with this." And they're like, "We're sorry, we're not trained to help. We're not trained to do this. This is like we give to the church and they have a process and we just trust that process." And I said, "Well, your process is like this and the pastor doesn't want to help and there's no communication. So why would you trust a process that has no accountability?" So, so I challenged them and they had no real answer for me. They were just like, "Well, we can talk on Monday or something or figure things out." This has been like the last few weeks that they have been aware of my situation and didn't want to help. Because before I lost this work, I lost some time being sick with teaching, right? So don't tell me what you believe. Do not tell me what you believe. Tell me what you do. So I had talked to somebody I know who is connected. They were like, "You know what? We're just getting to know each other." And I'm like, Jesus said, anyone who gives a cup of water in my name basically gives to me. Jesus said, anyone who lends to the poor gives to me. I did have a pastor a couple days ago, and I don't go to that church. And he said, "Here you go. I'm willing to help you." I said, "May God bless you for lending to the poor. Really, may He." And these are the people who are doers, not talkers. They're doers. So so she wanted to use the, "Well, we don't really know you well" kind of thing. And I said, "Guess what? I'm pretty connected to this church. I know some people in here that I'm pretty connected to." And that was from my networking group. So I said, "I already let them know what's going on with your church." So I did. I let them know what was going on and go underneath, go on the backside of things. And when you get to know people, then you can, let people know what's really going on in a church that doesn't want to help. And it's despicable to me when churches don't want to help, because we're living in a day and age right now where jobs are awful, where people are cold, and we this is the time the church needs to step up and do even more for people, right? People are dying every day. They don't know God. People are not evangelizing. I was at one church when I got here, leaving tracts on the doors of people, and talking to people and sharing the gospel with them, going neighborhood to neighborhood, sharing the gospel to help people understand what salvation is. And hopefully, there were a couple that did, I feel, get saved. I invite people to church. I evangelize on a regular basis. I give constantly. Someone on YouTube, I had talked about the churches, and they're like, well, why don't you give? And I go, I do. I do. So, there's no excuse for this, guys. And, one of my kids, we ran out of some paper towels and stuff here, and he just went off and brought some. And I'm like, that is the way we should be. When there is a need, somebody sees it, and they say, what can I do to help? It should be so simple. I came from a community when I was growing up where my family in Manchester, we helped one another. We helped one another. When my dad bought a house, family came over and helped clean the home and helped build the house. When we had friends at the bow and arrow shoots, we were over there helping them. We were always out and about. My grandmother, my great grandmother, when she needed her house cleaned, we helped. That's all we did was go around like working, school, and helping people. And now we live in a community that doesn't want to help. So we need to build stronger communities, guys. And that's not just who you know, but that's for everybody. So, we see shelters starting to close down. We see the government taking more money, the government, having more control. And we really this is our time to stand up and say something. So thanks for joining me, guys. Like I said yesterday, I just signed up this morning to help with public policy, to have someone get back to me to sign up for that, to learn the ropes and to learn what needs to be done to help people, not just small businesses, but people in general, right? So don't tell me what you think. Don't tell me what your opinion is. Tell me what you do for people.